Hi, I'm Daniel and this is Ashville Weekly, episode 46. Daniel is rolling on the road again. You might say that this looks dirty. This umbrella will look out of place in anyone else's box. That would have definitely gone in. It's very disheartening. I'm not in a rush. Well, I'm in a rush. The length is good.
You like it?
The length is good. Monday morning, I'm in the yard. Over by where we park. We are just having a little clean up of the area. It hasn't rained for a while, it's sort of dry and sort of dusty. So we're going to take off the main bits of like mud and debris on the top, scrape it down, and then we're going to put the road sweeper in this area to give it a nice old clean. Today somebody is coming to put locks on the van. So we're putting deadlocks at the top and bottom of the back door and top and bottom of the side door. I may need to take a trip up to Birmingham today. As you know, we have volumetric concrete lorries. They're doing a lot of utility work and we can't actually keep up with the work we've got on. Now, generally when I can't keep up with work, I don't automatically just go and run and buy a lorry because you never know if that work's going to be sustained. But the company we're working with, they've asked us about 3 or 4 times and they're saying they're going to guarantee us work and give us POs 3 to 4 months in advance of the work we're going to be doing. Now, when buying a volumetric concrete lorry, you have to consider this. On the 31st of December, 2018, things changed. It meant that any volumetric concrete lorry you bought after that date had to be on the road at 32 ton. If you bought a volumetric concrete lorry before that, the lorry used to be able to weigh 44 ton or 43 ton, depending on the chassis. However, that was reduced to 38.5 ton. And the lorries like that are holding their value really well. The reason why you want a lorry which can weigh slightly more with an upgraded chassis, mind you, it is not a standard chassis. The chassis has been strengthened at the factory. You want those so you can carry slightly more than the other ones. So if you go out on the road and you leave the yard and it's like 40 miles to get to the job, you don't want to be running back to the yard like a bottle mixer every half an hour. So you want to stay out for as long as possible and do as many mixes as you can. This is the 1.75 ton digger that you saw us bring back from Yanni's. Now I had a look around it. We're going to give it a service, but the boys were complaining that when they were using it, it was rattling around a lot. So, if you have a look on the end there, we need to change 4 of the bushes. Now, while there can be a little bit of movement, that is far too much movement. If you see the way it's jumping around, Noah's ordered 4 new bushes, but we're waiting for him because Peter at Capital Plant is playing silly buggers. He's not giving us a delivery. He's trying to make out he doesn't have a van, but there is clearly a van outside Capital Plant and Peter is not delivering our bits for some reason which I don't know. And no one happy about it. Truth be told, the wrong pins were put in this in the first place because they were pins that couldn't be greased. That's why they're gone. If you have a look at the bucket over there, the pin is worn down on 2 sides. So what we need to do with that pin is Noel is going to build up the weld slightly on each side here and here because it's still a decent bucket. Also had a look over the trailer and we had to tighten up all 4 of the bearings and we gave them a shot of grease as well. As you can see, when we used it, all the lights around it are working perfectly, so it's just a few mechanical things, but nothing out of the ordinary. Still a good bit of kit. The new material that you saw us bring in last week, today is the first day that we're running it into the job, and one of the Scanias, the turbo, is gone on it. So Scania have gone out to it because it's on full repair and maintenance, and they've had a look. It was making like a whizzing sound, like so we're going to bring the driver back, put him in another lorry and try and crack on with the work. He keeps trying to run. Every time he sees the camera, he tries to run. Noah's just putting a bit of water in the sweeper, and then once the boys have picked up all the main bits of dirt here, Noah's going to give this the once over. This should be nice and clean, so when the wind blows, it won't blow dust all over the yard. That's the plan anyway. This guy's had blatantly run off when I was looking the other way. What's the matter with you, man? DJ Thwaites, you wasn't hiding when you was doing your set with Mighty Mo, was you? He wasn't hiding when he was on the decks. All of a sudden, he's camera shy, this guy, man.
Alongside the DJ Thwaites. Yo, where's all the lively crew inside? Make some noise!
I keep calling my GP because I need a referral so I can get some scans done. I'm getting some serious pain in my shoulders again. I did both my rotator cuffs and I took my time, I recovered. It took a long time. Got back in the gym the other day, I started doing incline. I didn't even go that heavy, or what I call heavy, and I don't know what I've done, but I'm in terrible pain. I woke up like 4 times last night. Every time I turn over, my shoulder hurts, but I can't get my private healthcare to pay for it unless my GP gives me a referral, and my GPs aren't answering the phone at the moment, so they're obviously very busy. This is one of the lorries we're looking at. There's 2 of them over there. The lads here are kind enough to let us pull it into the workshop and put it up on the ramp so we can take a look underneath. If you remember a few weeks ago, you saw us looking at the tippers, but we could tip up the tipping body and have a look at the chassis. You can't really do that on the volumetrics. So what we're doing is putting it up on the ramp, get it nice and high and have a look at it. It's a lot different than the tippers because these are spec'd up to 44 ton because of the weights that they go out on the road at. But we are only allowed 38.5 ton. There we go. Look at that for a nice pit. We like that. Got the lorry here. At a glance. Look at that for beefy suspension. That is serious. This chassis is built strong to last long. These Volvos are serious bits of kit. Let's have a look in there. Bushes look decent. Alright, here we are underneath. This is all looking good. Had a chat with the guys. They've got all the latest Volvo computers, everything here, all their plugins. They use all genuine Volvo parts. What's really important is it looks nice and dry here as well. So the lorry's running, but it looks nice and dry. There's no leaking on third axle diff. All dry. There we go. These wishbones look good. Now you might say that this looks dirty, but this lorry, it's a good thing it's dirty. It shows this lorry goes out and works every day. So both lorries have just had an MOT. The tyres look great on them. It's a dead giveaway on the tyres because on the tyres they're all marked and labelled to make it nice and clear for the tester. Now, I am not familiar with the mixing gear on the back of this. Generally, the mechanical parts of this, if we knew new blades on the auger or anything like that, we'll be able to buy that. It's just when I want to recalibrate this because I'm not used to any of these levers. If you've seen past videos, ours is a bit more computerized. So this looks more simple, but that's not to say that it's not good gear, and it's not to say that it can't achieve the same mixes and same strengths as the concrete we've got. Nice checker plate wing there. It looks good, just needs a little bit of TLC. And the guys here don't bother to clean it or wash it. They've got nothing to hide. Lorry goes out working every day. We're just gonna try and drop the auger and have a look at the mixing gear on the back of it, see how much work we'll have to do to it. There's a little bit of concrete around this one that somebody didn't really wash out at the end of the day, but it is what it is, isn't it? Needs a good old clean. Be chipping away at this for a good few hours. Okay, I always shake it to see the bearing down there, but it's holding well. It's not too bad. I do believe we are on to a winner, so have a chat with the guys about price and just see if we can come to an agreement and then organise collection in a week or so. Noel and I just got back in the yard, we're already out the gate. The 2 of us are going to go up together and drop these lorries off so we can start the spraying. We'll give you something very in-depth on the refurbishment and how it's being sprayed, but of course you've got to watch the main video for that. Just arrived. We're here bang on 4 o'clock, but I need to move this forward so we can get our tippers in. Them new lorries there. We straightened a lot of what we could already.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah?
Good.
Okay. Black body, black cab, black wheels. That's it. Leave the chassis alone, please. Yeah.
No
Do you know when you're going to blast this? Because you know we want to. Did you see the last video we did?
I did. Yeah. Looked good, didn't it? Yeah.
Do you know when you're going to be doing that so we could?
I'll find out tomorrow.
Just let us know. I just want to be here. I'm not going to get in you. I'm not in a rush. Well, I'm in a rush, but I'm not rushing you.
No,
I'm just saying. I just want to be here when you blast it and stuff, please. Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll move that one back for you there.
Cheers, mate.
Last one's in just in time. Put the lorry back in front of the gate as a precautionary measure. Just had a chat about the work that's going to be done on there. Body, wheels and cab. It's going to be sandblasted very soon. Just made it in the nick of time, even though Trish didn't want to let me in.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Thanks for doing that. Thank you.
Thank you. And I guess we'll see. You'll just let me know when you're
going to start. And then
he'll pop down and
no problem.
we got ourselves a new case now, so we won't get sand in the camera.
Yeah.
We can use that underwater one. Yeah, the waterproof one. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Back in the yard. Just had a chat with Scania, and the hook loader / crane lorry is at last being delivered tomorrow. Today, Action Signs went to Scania Purfleet and they measured up for the sign writing, and then we'll get the lorry tomorrow. We're going to do a few bits to it, and 2 of the roll-on roll-off bins you saw me looking at last week, we're going to go and collect 2 of those, and Noel's going to do some repair work to those as well. One of my lorries in the auction, it didn't fetch the money that I wanted. In fact, I felt like the lorry just got taken off me, but you know, it's an auction. That is the nature of an auction. Sometimes you do better than you think, sometimes you do absolutely terrible, and the person has put it on sale and they're already doubling their money. I had some go well and some not so well, and someone's bought it and they put it on sale at the price that I thought it was going to get. I thought the lorry was going to a home where it was going to be used, but no, it's been sold on already. The art of good business is being a good middleman.
The hook loader's literally just pulled into the yard where the van was. The hook loader's literally just pulled into where the van was. Yeah, where the van was.
Alright, once it's parked up, get as many pans as you can of it, yeah?
Okay, yeah, I will do.
Alright, I'll be in a bit.
Okay, see you in a bit. Bye. Get some pans.
So I'm going to be on the cover of this one, yeah?
Yeah. So with the machine in behind.
Yeah.
So we want that sort of, it's portrait by the bucket.
Yeah.
Sort of just stood there like that with the Libra machine behind.
Yeah. And you lot were waiting for an answer from me.
Yeah.
I don't know about this, man. A 6-page feature, yeah? Nice. All right, let's go in the other yard. It's Tuesday and I'm in the yard. So far it's a good day. Our hook loader has arrived and has parked up. I'm going to have a good look around that later. Noel went this morning and collected the parts from Capital Plant, and Noel has carried out all the work on the digger already. gentleman from this magazine's turned up, and apparently they're waiting for me to get back to him because I'm going to be on the front cover. And a 6-page article. And he asked, would I take a picture? Now, we all know that I'm not camera shy, so let's go and take a picture. Before we take any pictures, you can see the new material here, and the boys are still moving some of the old material over, but we're trying to get the material over there nice and high so you can see the digger on the top of the pile, lifting it from the front and putting it to the back. As always, plenty going on in the yard. Is that all right?
Quite a wide lens on it,
Yep.
so I might have to go quite far back.
Okay.
And then I'll go back.
Yeah. Do you want me to like stand there so you can get the two of them in?
Yeah.
If I stand like, so you get that in as well?
Yeah.
Shall I face you?
And then I'll get the loading shovel tip in,
Yeah.
and then I'll perhaps have you here with
Yeah.
the loading shovel behind, and I'll
Yeah.
go over there and take it.
Okay. Well done. Stay there, stay there. Shall I sit on the bucket maybe? Yeah.
Counterweight would be a good one.
Pardon?
Counterweight.
Yeah?
No, just there.
Yeah, here?
Perfect.
Tell me when? Yeah. Can the shovel go now or leave him there?
You can go now.
Up on top, yeah? Oh, here, okay. Can I have a couple? My mum goes mad for the magazine. She's got the whole St. Louis should be reading hardback copies.
So we'll try and get you like the cover picture. But
Yeah, if you can just send me the PDF of the cover picture and the inside, I put it on my wall in my office and stuff like that. I'm going to put the L860 back now. Just when this gentleman pulled up, I was on the phone to my private healthcare, and my private healthcare are pushing back on the trouble with my knees, and they're saying that I've had knee trouble in the past. And I said, no, I've had knee trouble with my right knee. I had an arthroscopy when I was 17, which is basically when you clean out your knee. So now they're making me do a whole lot of paperwork and say they will cover me for my left knee, but not my right knee, but I need more from my GP. But regarding my shoulder, they gave me an authorization code and I've booked someone in to have a look at my shoulders. The trouble is, my shoulders are bad and you can't do anything with your upper body when your shoulders are bad. And I'm really afraid that I'm just gonna put on loads of weight really quickly, because my appetite doesn't suppress. It's all well and good when I can go to the gym, my weight will fluctuate, but when I can't train my upper body, like, it's not good. And you know, you get the whole, oh my God, I'm gonna put on weight, I can't go back to that. So it's, yeah. So let's hope I can get my shoulders sorted out as soon as possible. Oh, it's turned itself off. I actually left the machine running when I shouldn't, when I jumped out, and I've come back in and the machine has turned itself off. That's a new feature that Liebherr put on it a little while back to stop the machine idling for long periods of time, because that's what was causing some of the AdBlue problems. So clearly it's working. Let's turn it back on. Bit bumpy there for you, Wilson, is it? A bit bumpy, Wilson. The ground is not level in here. Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh, sorry, Wilson. 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 The bump, is it? Bit closer, Wilson, there. Yeah. Let's move over a bit. Even closer still. I'm gonna get this nice and tight. Nice. And off we go. That was unexpected. Why get out the lorry and leave the window down like that? If it rains, then the inside of the lorry is going to get wet and everyone's going to say they don't know who did it. And just, well, why not just wind the window up? Why'd you have to damage and destroy everything? Just wind the window up and get out. And then just leave the lorry as you found it. Like, take your rubbish and go. Let's have a look to see the difference in the new pins. I can see that Noel's put a shot of grease in here as well. Looking good. The machine's very clean as well. Having a look at that, you can definitely see there is a lot less movement in it with those 2 new pins and 4 new bushes. Now I believe that Noel is going to pull the bucket down there and start to build up the weld on the area that I showed you yesterday. Obviously, when I'm in a courtroom, who else could arrive but Dr. Tunde?
Good morning, Ashville viewers.
Okawale. Well, man, put a tie on, boy. Look at the tie.
It's not Ashville colours, though.
It's not Ashville colours, but boy.
Ish.
Do you know, having a look at him dressed like this reminds me that Morts and More haven't brought my stuff yet. That's all that reminds me of.
Really? They haven't brought my stuff either?
Yeah, that's a nice coat, man.
It's not bad, right?
It's a nice tie, man. It's a nice shirt, man.
It's a nice suit too. Hope you're making an effort for court. Just so your viewers know that, you know, Mr. Ashville doesn't, you know, take any shortcuts.
I've got my clothes.
Okay.
I came comfortable.
Special thank you to University of Law for always being supportive of urban lawyers and now Ashville initiatives. Thank you very much.
He's a professional, isn't it? It just rolls off the tongue.
I've been watching, you know, the weekly videos, so I've been learning how to do it.
Don't try it. Nah, he's trying it. He's been doing that long, but nah.
More and more of an appearance. Based on my performances.
He knows.
Viewers,
he's been very modest.
Comment and let me know how I've been doing on.
That's a comment and let me know, you know. That's a comment and let me know on my video, you know. The maximum sentence is life in prison.
What's your company called? Ashville?
Ashville, yeah.
Ashville.
Ashville, yeah.
Oh, there's already a warrant out on you, and you're now under court straight away.
She might be subscribing. Terry's family could then sue Ashville and myself in civil courts.
Happy with that?
Boom.
Little dance, celebrate.
Nah, they're going to put it in. They stitched me up. They put it in the weekly show. No, don't try it. Just wrapping up now. We had a mock-up courtroom scenario. I can't tell you exactly the details of it, but it did get quite emotional at parts. I'm lucky enough to have a friend who's actually a barrister, and we have another lawyer who's acted as a judge. We are in a university where people study law. So this is where our potential lawyers who are up and coming, this is where they learn their trade. So it's a great place to have this. Now we're just going to pack away all our gear. I'm going to pay for free parking tickets, what I've got on everyone's car. And yes, we're going to get back to work straight away. I'm sat in the car straight away after filming. I went to see a specialist about both my shoulders, and straight away after examining me, which was quite painful, he said that I should have an MRI scan on both shoulders and sent me down to the basement because they had one in the basement, but I didn't actually fit in the machine. I was kind of stuck. But it turns out that they have another MRI machine with a slightly wider opening in Wimbledon. So the earliest I could get an appointment, because I don't want to delay, I don't want to wait at all, and is this evening at 7 p.m. I haven't had a chance to eat yet, and it's 2 o'clock, so I'm going to try and drive back to the yard now, do some work, do some filming, and be in Wimbledon for 7 p.m. Getting a bit of practice in. Because if you remember earlier today I was with Tunde. Well, Tunde's brother Dayu, he has a foundation called Who Got Game, and they have an event on the 5th of September, and I have been invited. But hear this, yeah? Apparently, I may have to take part in a half-time competition, and while my shoulder's bad, I cannot be losing in front of everyone. Yeah, I am a competitive man, and I'm going to have to get some practice. But what Dayu doesn't know is my management used to play basketball, and they are avid NBA watchers, so they're giving me a couple of lessons. But it is a good thing. You ready, Wilson?
I'm ready.
Just going to catch it on the head there. So it's on the 5th of September at the Copper Box. So I'm going to make sure I get some practice before then, because I can't be embarrassing myself in front of everyone with or without one arm. That would have definitely gone in. You ready, Wilson? Stop moving. Why don't you keep moving? Just close your eyes. Trust me. The circle of trust. Just close your eyes. This will go in. I'm telling you, yeah? Close your eyes. You ready?
I'm ready.
Stop shivering, man. You're going like it's -2 up there. Just shook you productions. Come on, man. Hold your arms out. Are you ready? Hold your arms out. Jordan, for free. Why did you move? Anyway, you can see that my practice is going well. And even with one arm, I still got to make sure that I win that competition.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Move to catch it.
I'll be in it like this. So you got to do that, like that, yeah, like that.
All right, got to try and do another one.
With you there, yeah?
Nah, hit the backboard. It's hit the backboard. I'm on my own. Where you going? Come back.
That's a fadeaway.
No,
the fadeaway.
No, hit the backboard. What? So why is it higher when it's my go? Look how higher it is when it's my turn. Look what my shoulder, man. My shoulder.
My shoulder.
Oh, nuts. Thursday morning, I'm not in the yard. I have come for a merch meeting. So I'm looking at some uniform for the staff, which is pretty straightforward, and I'm looking at the Ashville merch. Now, I know I've been taking my time with this, but as I said, I want to make it perfect. I'm not going down the generic route of a Fruit of the Loom, stick Ashville on it and try and flog it to people. No, I'm going to take my time. There are a couple of samples here. I'm going to take a little element from this, an element from here, an element from here, some pictures, and I'm going to try to formulate the perfect Ashville merch. In other news last night, finally I managed to get the scans on my shoulders, which is probably the most boring experience I'd been through in my entire life, laying in that big MRI machine. I actually felt some surges go through my body, but unfortunately I haven't developed any superpowers yet. I have another meeting for next week, and I've been put on extremely strong painkillers and anti-inflammatories, and I've been told that I am not allowed to train chest or shoulders, but I can do back if it isn't hurting, not allowed to swim, and of course I can train legs, which I always train and never miss leg days, despite what people think. So let's go in and see how we get on with this merch. These are some of the orange pants I'm looking at for the staff. Now, I got everyone trousers before, orange trousers to wear, but a lot of the drivers are saying when they're climbing in and out of the cab, like the steps, they're saying those trousers are extremely difficult and there's no stretch in them. But now we've gone and got these with quite a bit of stretch in them, and you know how I feel about stretchy trousers. As everybody liked to make a massive comment about that, thank you very much, appreciate it. Anyway, it made Morts and more speed up their process, so hopefully I should have my clothes soon. I'm thinking with the way things have gone, I'm only gonna decorate these, and I'm gonna print them. I'm not gonna embroider them.
Yeah, it makes sense.
These I spend my time embroidering this. I give it to someone, and I walk past, and it's in a ball next to the skip, it's very disheartening. The reason why this gear is orange is because a lot of the drivers, the sites they have to get out at, some of them work very close to the railway, they work on the road, and orange is, for PPE, orange is what you wear by the road and you wear on the rail. And it makes the drivers look a lot smarter if they're all dressed in uniform. Me personally, I like all the drivers to be in black because you know it's Ashville colours, but we can't do that. We need to keep the boys safe. As I always say, we need everybody to go home at the end of the day. I also like this. Everything's got stretch in it. What's what's going on?
That's what you told me you like, so we sorted that out.
I like them. They're both good.
Ara told me you want to design it, so we've got that all set up for you.
Are you going to organise a factory tour? Your silence worries me.
I can arrange that.
Hey!
I can arrange that 100%.
I've got to tell you, that is a separate video before Ara says it, yeah? Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
That sort of,
All right.
That's the waffle effect.
All right.
And then essentially...
I'm not sure I want to do it if people say I'm a waffler. This waffler's trying to sell clothes now. All right, so we're done with the we're going to just do that T-shirt for now, yeah? I can't be selling people garbage. This is actually quite good quality. The length is good.
You like it?
The length is good. Catch it, innit? You got to catch it. Let's look at what Thanos wears. Even that is a great design. You see that going through the middle with the other material. Even that's a great design. We can get so much from this, just that alone. If there's a pair of bottoms in the same, then we'll be going for the bottoms as well. That's the design of it. We'll work out where it's going to say Ashville. I haven't quite decided where it's going to say Ashville. Oh, yeah, embossing works perfect for us. Just finished, had a very long meeting. At one point, Ara was speaking to me about maybe just doing something very simple, getting it out there. Plain T-shirt, Ashville, get it out there. Unfortunately, I can't do that. It's got to be what I want it to be, and it's got to be something that I would wear myself. So unfortunately, guys, you're going to have to wait. But I do believe we have found the right people. The guys have gone above and beyond. They've got me loads of samples. We put it all down. We've gone through everything. I feel a little bit like Kanye when he's putting together the new Yeezy collection. I'm very happy, and there are some samples being made. Everything's been made internationally. Then it's going to come back here. I'm going to try the samples, give them the funds up, and then we will be going into production. But progress has been made. I can't go back to the yard yet. Will, who's filming, will go to the yard. I have to go to a meeting in Surrey. After that meeting, I'll be back at the yard, and I need to go to East London with the new hook loader and collect a couple of bins, but I'm not sure I have enough time to do that today. I'm running out of time, and I'm fully booked for tomorrow as well, and my shoulder is killing me. It's Friday morning, I'm down at QPR. I have one meeting at 9 o'clock and another meeting at 10 o'clock. I was going to go and do something in the early hours of this morning, and thankfully I did some investigating. I was going to jump in the new roll-on roll-off crane lorry and head down and grab the bins, what I showed you. But then I realised that the lorry wasn't yet registered on the TfL system for the 5-star rating or whatever star rating system it is, and I'd have probably got a fine. So Cam and Simon in the office are trying to sort that out now. Good meetings, some solutions to a couple of problems which we had. It's going to be a long day. Let's get moving. I need to be able to see that area. So basically, you see this, the silo. If you're on the silo, not the water tank, the silo. All the cameras look from this side, that way. I want to be over there and see the center point of the yard from the other side. So I said, Daniel's office, you've got that one, because my one ain't working. See when I say when coming off the weighbridge, that is to replace the one that's there. That is at the end of the weighbridge, because that camera's not working. Thank you. Back in the yard, Bartush is here today. He's helping me out with a couple of cameras. 2 of the cameras in the yard aren't working, and we're putting in some new cameras. They're also, I can't believe, I completely forgot. Up on the water tank, we have cameras looking at the entrance to where the train comes in and the end. And those cameras weren't working because the cameras were PoE+, and we only had PoE injectors. So I bought myself a new Cisco switcher, and this one is PoE Plus, and this should power all the cameras properly. Hopefully we can get them up and running, because it's good to be able to see every corner in the entire yard. I just got to move my car quickly because we have to take out these barriers here so we can take the dumper out, and we're going to move the dumper over into the other yard. Part of the work we're going to do in the yard, this wall is going to come down. So this is my previous office, and my previous office will be no more, and this will now be an open plan office. We have a new person starting on Monday who is an accountant. Yes, we're going to handle a lot of our accounts in-house. That is the direction that the company is moving in. So there was a separate light switch here. This is now going to be connected up to the main switch over there, which it was previously. And my desk will stay where it is. So when the wall is moved, these will be put back together. Terry will still stay where he is, but he'll have a little bit more space, and it will be an open plan working area. Also, having a look around in all the offices, there's a lot of these bulbs which are gone, and it's not lighting the offices properly. So I want to check every single light in every single office and make sure all of them are working properly. Now we'll put it in the container over the other side. Ah! Did you film that? Because he told you to. All right. Okay. Noel thinks he's funny. Are they? All right. Because that's what elastic bands are for. All right. And as soon as I turn around, there's a camera in my face, so I can't react properly. All right. Okay. No problem. Good. While I was at QPR earlier, pick this up. Oh yes. Pick this up today. I've only got the home kit at the moment because the QPR only just got a gold pen. They got a gold pen so they could sign the black and gold away kit. So yeah, this is the first bit of memorabilia that's come out of QPR for Ashville. Now, ideally QPR wanted to put this up in the corporate box, but I said no. I want to have this in the office. So as soon as I get the away kit and the training kit signed as well, that will also be up in my new office. Loving it. My keys?
No, my.
So why are they not my keys?
Because I don't know where you keep yours.
Okay, well I'm using our keys.
Okay, but just make sure to mind the spring.
The spring, so it springs back to you?
Yeah.
Right, okay. They're our keys now. So we're going to move the dumper and the small digger over to the other yard and put them in the container and lock them away with a separate padlock. Before we put anything away, as you can see, Noel gives it a service and a look around. So stuff that we're going to leave in the container on the other side, we're also throwing it in the front here, because what's the point in us doing manual labour if we don't have to? And we're off. On the road again. Daniel is rolling on the road again. Oh, there's a lorry behind me putting pressure on me. On the road again. Daniel is rolling on the road again. Woo! 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 Now look at that, isn't that a sight? The smallest digger that I have with my newest digger, which is the largest digger ever. Now this I need to have a look at. Let's just move this out of the way quickly. That's right. Check the timeline, check the timeline, check the timeline. This is not Ashville story time, but it's sort of like a story. So this is my very first machine, what I bought in 2013. It's a 1.7 ton Kubota with the zero overhang. This is so we can get down the side of people's houses to dig footings for extensions. Then I bought myself a 13 tonner. So I had a 13 ton Cat 311D, which I had for a number of years. Then I bought the 8-ton machine that you can see in the yard over there. So we still have the 8-ton Cat. It's a 308E or 308D. Then the Cat 311, I traded that in for this, which is a 26-ton. So this is a 26-ton Liebherr 926. And then after that, I came back over here and then I went for the L860, which is classed as a material handler, not a digger, but you get my point. So here we go. The first machine that I bought, newest machine I bought, smallest machine I've bought, largest machine I've bought. Bit of history. So while this may look like the little brother, this is the older machine with more wisdom that has seen more sights and seen much more Ashville stuff and knows much more Ashville history. This is the nice and shiny new machine. Now, that machine would not be possible if it wasn't for the work that this machine had put in over the years. So I'm glad the two of them can get to know each other, because I don't think they've spent any time together. Obviously, when we move away, it's like that cartoon Cars, where they speak to each other. They got their own kind of language and stuff like that. And let's get out of the way, because we have someone coming off the weighbridge. Sorry. So we're nearly done. I want to park this in front of it so there's still space on this side, and we don't want to put the bucket touching the steering wheel or the seat, which we should have thought about before. So we're just going to get a bar, disconnect the bucket, and then put the arm back over and leave these in here for next time we need them. Saturday morning, I'm not at the yard. And while my trousers are tight this week, they are not stopping my circulation. Early kick-off because today's on Sky Sports. We are preparing for a train in the yard, and we have a couple of lorries working. We're not flat out busy, and I have guests already waiting, so let's get over there. Thankfully, Terry is back in on Monday. Hopefully he enjoyed his week off. But Cam seems to be running things well. It's a good test, Terry not being in, because Cam's relatively new. He's a young lad, but he's very bright, and he looks like he has done very well this week. Good? Good? What's good? Daniel, good to meet you. Good? Rolling Will?
Right.
What's going on? You good?
Yeah, good, thank you.
It's Will. Good.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Is this for Ashville Weekly?
It's for Ashville Weekly.
I made an effort again today, as you can tell. I made another cameo. This is like, what, the second or third week I've been on the Ashville Weekly?
Yeah, you're going back to back.
I've got no YouTube channel though, so follow me on Instagram.
Plug. The last time I was here, you saw this in the corner and there was 3 umbrellas here. I haven't given any umbrellas to anyone. Well, now there's 1 umbrella here. Now we got to go back through a whole week of CCTV and find out how my umbrellas managed to disappear from here.
And I saw an umbrella in a box, and I asked somebody if it was there. They said no. And I could have sworn it looked a bit like that.
Oh, did it really?
I'm gonna check and see.
Yes, please. It'd be very nice if you did go and check that. This umbrella will look out of place in anyone else's box, I can assure you. Fry a tuck, man. Fry a tuck, bra, man. Ooh, man. You're rolling. You're gonna have to just fry a tuck, bra. I'm trying to do it, man. I'm trying to do the click here's, you know, when you put your hand behind someone and it's Brad, this town crier here. I can't even. What am I supposed to do, man? How am I supposed to? I'm supposed to.
You know what it is?
There. Hold on. Are you ready? Click here for the Ashville website. Click here to subscribe to our channel. Click here to see a video on converting a shipping container to create my new office, and click here for last week's episode, which was number 45.
See that? Because I'm serious.
Get back my mic, man. Bro, you know how difficult that was?
You told me to stand there like
Bro,
that.
you need to do some stretching, man. I'm telling you, man.